Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Happy to bring you our third episode here, new products and new features in the home automation space. Let's get right into it. I've got a couple of new products for you and I've got 3 new features all within the Google Home product. Alright, well let's start with our new products here. The first product I want to talk to you about is called the Garmin Speak. Now, the Garmin Speak is essentially a dash cam with Alexa built in. Now, that's some pretty interesting functionality, especially with a lot of people going out, getting dash cams these days, putting them in their cars, and then utilizing them for a number of things. Now, this of course comes with a map functionality, and it comes with a lot of the functionality that you're going to expect from an Alexa enabled device. Now, what I'll tell you is that's a bit of a broken down version of Alexa, and you're going to have to use your cell phone for the connection, and I think that's kind of expected functionality where your cell phone becomes the connection to the internet and Alexa uses that to go ahead and answer the queries or give you directions. So, that's our first home product here for you today. I think it's a great entry into the space, and I think it's a smart usage of Alexa and trying to get Alexa into cars. So the second product I want to talk to you about is actually a product from a company called Koogeek. Now, their latest device is a power strip or a power bar here, but it's a smart power bar, and it has 3 power connections and then 3 USB power connections. So now each of those power connections can be turned on and off independently, and I think that will offer some interesting functionality for some people who are getting a little bit creative with devices that automatically turn on when you turn on their power source. So it does have the 3 buttons on the top that allows you to turn on the power switches themselves individually, but it's also capable of turning on each one of those individually through your Apple HomeKit or now the Apple HomePod. Alright, so let's move on to the features here. I really love this from Google. Today what we're seeing is Google's going ahead and they're pushing as much new code and as much new functionality into their Google Assistant, and it's creating a lot of different experiences for us as owners of Google Home. Now, the first feature I want to talk to you about is just as simple as a white noise feature. Now, all you have to do is ask Google to play white noise. But there's also about 10 other different selections for white noise. It allows you to play it for an hour, and it will play for a full hour. You can't set a timer just yet, but you can just ask it to go ahead and do that today. So that's really great functionality that'll help a lot of people who have their Google Home next to them actually go to sleep. Now, on the flip side here, when you're waking up in the morning, and I haven't really wanted to use my Google Home as an alarm to date. And the reason for that is basically I can't play media or music or really even turn on a radio station with it unless I kind of go behind the scenes and do some fancier functionality. But I don't want to have to manage that after. Well, Google's come along and they fixed that for us here. What they've done is they've added the capability, and this is for those of you in the US, it's not quite in all of the countries just yet, but I'll tell you, you can just switch your language to the US and then the functionality works. That's a little trick for you there, but what you can do is you can ask Google to set a media alarm or a radio alarm, and when you ask it to do that, it will ask you what song you want to play or what radio station you want to play, and then of course the base service that you have connected, or the primary service you have connected to Google Home, will be used to play that song or that radio station. I've tried both and they're both working really well. Now, what you can't do yet is you can't play a playlist, or you can't play something that's kind of randomly chosen. You don't have those options quite yet, but you do have the option now of setting a music alarm for yourself. Now, I wanted to do a little more than I usually do here. This is another Google Home feature here, and it's not something that was necessarily added, but if you have a look into If This Then That, and you go and you find something called Pushbullet. Now, Pushbullet is a service that allows you to push commands to your PC. And so there's actually some functionality here to go and control your PC. So I think that's really fantastic functionality, especially if you consider Google Assistant sitting with you at work and you want to trigger something at home, such as the capability to remote into your computer. I think that's really, really powerful functionality and something I'm looking forward to exploring a little more here. So there you have it. 2 new products for you. I think both of them are, they're relatively good products, and I think they're interesting entrants into the smart home or home automation space. I love all the new functionality that I'm able to find here on my Google Home, and of course I'm going to bring you those videos here right away for how to do all of those things with your Google Home. Of course, if you're loving that new functionality, if you've already tried it or you're having some struggles with it, let me know in the comments below. Of course, please do subscribe to our channel here. We're bringing these videos out every Friday here with new products and new features in the home automation space just to keep you up to date. So, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.